Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. But in this video, I'm addressing an issue that the 2023 presidential election threw up, especially after peterobi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, defeated as well Tinubu, the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress in Lagos. And this issue of Lagos, the status of Lagos, the issue of Lagos belong to us, it doesn't belong to other people. The issue of the status of Lagos. And I want, after I tell you everything about this particular issue, the status of Lagos, and I have to combine it with Abuja to make it clearer for people. You know, the Bible said that my people perish for lack of knowledge. This is it. Look at Lagos. Lagos became the capital of Nigeria in 1914 by the British colonial masters. That was after they used Calabar as capital of Nigeria. Okay? From 1914, at the heat of the First World War, the British colonizers decided to turn Lagos, before known as Eko by the Beninese, but Lagos by the Portuguese, who first landed at that coast before the British. You see, Lagos is a no man's land. I want to prove that Lagos is no man's land, just like Abuja. And I will give you reasons. Now, one of the things that was done to make Lagos no man's land was the decision of the British government or the British colonizers to make Lagos the capital of Nigeria in 1914. By making Lagos the capital of Nigeria in 1914, it means that Lagos as a territory becomes a commonality of a settlement of all Nigerians. Why? Because Lagos now have to enjoy disproportionate portion of national resources. Most of the structures you see built in Lagos, the infrastructure, were not found anywhere else in Nigeria, because Lagos was paid special attention. All the taxes that were collected nationwide, the bulk of it were spent in Lagos. The oil money of Nigeria. When you hear that General Yakubu Gowon, as head of state of Nigeria, that he said that Nigeria has so much money they don't know what to do with it. Most of that money was literally wasted in Lagos if it was a waste. They didn't spend it in my state. They didn't spend it in my region. The disproportionate part of the oil money of Nigeria was spent in Lagos. The bridges, the flyovers, the roads, the urban development, urbanization programs, unprecedented in history of Nigeria, were done in Lagos with our common wealth. It wasn't the money of original indigenes of Lagos, who are now, of course, minority as a result of migration of people in that city. So it is unfair for anybody to say that Lagos is no man's land. It is not no man's land. It is no man's land. And it is a creation of the colonial masters. And after the colonial masters left, it continued to receive the disproportionate resources of Nigeria. That is what was used to develop Lagos. So anybody telling you that you should go back to your state away from Lagos, it's telling a lie, and that he doesn't understand, from the pit of hell. Because Lagos was developed with the money of all Nigerians. And Lagos remained the capital of Nigeria until about the 1990s, when the Babangida administration insisted that the capital must permanently move to Abuja. I will get to Abuja later in this discourse. So anybody telling you that he owns Lagos or they are the one that owns Lagos, go back to your place, go and develop your place. Ask him whether he's the one that developed Lagos. Is he the person that made Lagos the hub of all commercial activities in Nigeria? Is he the one that constructed the railway line from Lagos to Kano, from Lagos to Meduguri? Because those were done by the colonial masters, and those gingered the development of Lagos. The ports that are in Lagos are owned by federal government. So you can't tell anybody that you can't do business in Lagos that he has to go back to his state. No, Lagos is a no man's land. Because I have to do this to let it sink in. There were people who were original residents of Lagos. And when you look at those who are commenting, many of them are not even the original indigenes of Lagos. We understand that there are aborigines of Lagos. They deserve their right. They deserve their ancestral homes. But the truth of the matter is that within Lagos, there is what is known as Lagos Capital City. The real Lagos, that was a creation, that's a capital territory within Lagos, that is a no man's land, owned by the federal government. And I keep giving this example. The Eco-Atlantic City was built on a land belonging to federal government. That was why it was Obasanjo administration that gave the go-ahead for that Eco-Atlantic City project to go ahead. So Lagos enjoyed disproportionate resources of Nigeria. So it is unfair for anybody to tell you they should go back to their states and go and develop it like Lagos. Ask yourself, why is Osogbo not like Lagos? Why is Ibadan not developed like Lagos? Why is Ogbomosho not developed like Lagos? Tinubu himself is from Osun. Why is Osun, his state, not as developed as Lagos? Lagos developed because it is a collective city of all Nigerians. It belonged to all Nigerians. Because from the moment it was pronounced the capital of Nigeria in 1914, every other thing we are doing in Nigeria, you have to go to Lagos to do it. If you want to go to law school, you go to Lagos. You want to go to JAMB office, you go to Lagos. You want to do anything, you want to import, you want to export, you go to Lagos. And the thing got to the ridiculous extent that all the ports that are in other cities were abandoned. The Port Harcourt, the Calabar port, the Warri port, the Sapele port, and all the other ports of eastern Nigeria were abandoned just to service Lagos. So when you see people living in Lagos, it is not the Lagosians that brought them there. It was the British that made it so. And Nigerian government, subsequent government, continued to favor Lagos. And that is what has continued to play out. And because of the geographic advantage it enjoys, which was the reason why it was made the capital in the first place by the British. All the commercial banks in Nigeria have their headquarters in Lagos. The oil companies have their headquarters in Lagos. Virtually all the corporate organizations of repute, of note, have their headquarters in Lagos. Is it the indigenous Lagosians that brought these companies to Lagos? No. So it is unfair to say that Lagos is not a no man's. It is no man's land. It will make a lot of people uncomfortable, but that is the truth. It is no man's land from the moment in 1914 when it was pronounced the capital of Nigeria. That is why many Nigerians today own lands and all kinds of properties in Lagos. Why is it that how many Nigerians own properties in Oshobo, in Ibadan, in Obomosho, in Akure, in Abeokuta? How many is anybody dragging those places with you? Nobody is dragging those places with the indigenous people because there was no reason to do that. But in terms of Lagos, nobody is dragging it. But the truth of the matter remains. Since that 1914, when the British decided to make Lagos the capital of Nigeria, Lagos ceases to belong to any ethnic group. Even those who are claiming it today, they were the reason why capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja. And look at what happened. In 1976, General Murtala Mohammed decided to move the capital of Nigeria to Abuja because Lagos was also becoming over-congested, too much of activities. And to make sure that the issue of somebody claiming that he is the owner of the land in Lagos doesn't arise in Abuja, there was a master plan that was made to move all the indigenous people of Abuja out. That is why if you come to Abuja today and you are going to Kaduna State, you see where they call New Wuse. They call it Sabon Wuse. People that were originally living in Wuse inside Abuja today, they were moved there. A new settlement created for them in Niger State, so that Abuja will become a total no man's land, so that there will be no traces of somebody claiming indigenship. But what happened? This lofty project of Murtala Mohammed, Obasanjo stopped it midway. What did Obasanjo did? Obasanjo said, okay, let us not remove all the indigenes like the Guares out of Abuja. Let us allow them to be part of the development, because we cannot remove them all and bring in new people because they are also Nigerians. That is why we are having problem today in Abuja of people now coming up to also claim indigenous rights. It is because of claim of indigenous rights in Lagos that they don't want to see repeat in Abuja, that the master plan, Akinola that helped in drawing the master plan to move the capital from Lagos to Abuja, say that we don't want to see any indigenous people in Abuja, so that Abuja will be a center of unity belonging to all Nigerians. But you know, like many things we do in this country, we hardly do them well. At the end of the day, we now have pockets of Guares now and other ethnicities within FCT who are claiming indigenous, because they did not carry out the program very well. Because Obasanjo at the end of the day was saying, why don't we integrate them into the system? And that has also created a problem of its own. But tomorrow, 100 years from today, the indigenous, these indigenous people of FCT will start to claim that they are the owners of Abuja. But you and I know that the skyscrapers you are seeing in Abuja, the fantastic roads you are seeing in Abuja, one of the best you can see anywhere in Africa, were built with collective resources of all Nigerians. Exactly the same thing that played out in Lagos. Because right from 1976, when Abuja was pronounced the capital of Federal Republic of Nigeria, special attention was paid to it, and it still be paid to it. It received disproportionate portion of our oil money from Niger Delta, from South and Southeast. That is what is used to develop this Abuja you are seeing today. And as I'm talking to you, I'm talking from Abuja here. 50 years from today, you will see many baggies that will say that we are the people that develop. Go and develop your place. So let them watch this video. Let them know this truth, that Abuja is developed by the resources of all Nigerians. Abuja is a no man's land. It is a no man's land by pronouncement of the federal government, by the law gazetted that made it so. It belongs to all Nigerians. So Abuja and Lagos are special case. They belong to all Nigerians. They belong to all Nigerians. They are no man's land. Being no man's land doesn't mean that nobody was indigenous to it. Look at Abuja now. Abuja is one of the best and originally designed city ever in Nigeria. Unlike other cities in Nigeria, Abuja developed from well laid out plan. Lagos, like many other cities in Nigeria, started growing organically. But Abuja started development well planned. And tomorrow, somebody will say Abuja is no man's land. Abuja is no man's land by the law that was made and gazetted that made it so that it is for all Nigeria. That's why Abuja is called Center of Unity. So like Abuja, like Lagos, these cities belong to all Nigerians. Of course, it doesn't mean that because they belong to all Nigerians, when you drive into Lagos, you park your car, you stop somewhere and you go and order blocks of, you make an order for several bags of cement, and then in any space you see, you start building house for yourself. Of course, it doesn't work that way. There are due processes through which you can apply and get a land. There are due processes that you can buy and own properties. You have to follow that process. But let it be removed from the mind of people. Those who think that Lagos belongs to them, it is their personal property. Others have no right to be in Lagos. It doesn't work that way. The actions of the colonial masters and the actions of leaders after colonial masters that sustained the position of Lagos as capital of Nigeria, and all the resources that were sunk into making Lagos what it is today, makes it obvious that it belongs to all Nigerians. It is a no man's land. It belongs to all Nigerians. And why is it even surprising that people complain about this? The Lebanese owns very large chunk of Lagos. Why are they not complaining about it? But they will see fellow Nigerians own property in Lagos and they begin to cry about it and say Lagos doesn't belong. Go and develop your area. You that is talking about go and develop it, have you gone to develop Oshobo to be like Lagos? Have you gone to Abeokuta and make it like Lagos? Have you gone to Ota and make it to look like we are? You have not, because you know you can't do it. The reason why Lagos is what it is today is a result of accident of history and geography. So it is a no man's land. Lagos is a no man's land. If you are not comfortable with it, go and blame the British who made it the capital of Nigeria and sunk all our resources in that particular city. And sunk all our resources in that particular city. That's what you ought to do. That's what you have to complain about. And if you are uncomfortable in Abuja, that Abuja is being made what it is today, don't complain. Go and complain to Murtala Mohammed, who declared it the capital of Nigeria in 1976, Abuja, and say it's a city for all Nigerians. So that why we need it, I make this video is to correct the ignorance of our people. Our people perish for lack of knowledge. Let it be sunk in. Let people know this. And I want you to share this video, let it go viral, so that everybody will know that Lagos and Abuja are no man's land. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.